All right, here's a lesson on a classical tune known as Romance. Probably has several different titles over the years, but it's an oldie and it's a cool one for finger picking. So there's a couple ways to do this. Okay, so that's the way to finger pick it if you wanted to use these three fingers here. Now, if you want to use your thumb and the first two fingers, you can do that as well. Okay, so the song does that twice all the way through anyway, so you could try it either way, you could try it both ways. The only thing you have to do that's a little different is when you get to the end there. So that's kind of why I use those three to start with, because eventually there's that thumb for the big string for that one last little spot. And that last little part kind of goes into whatever fingers you like. Okay, so let's take a look at that. We're going to have, these are sets of three notes. This is like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it's all sets like that. It's three notes, and they're kind of in sets of three notes. So we do three sets of that, and then we're going to do one more of the 7 down to the 5 down to the 3. So it's going to be 7, 7, 7, 7, 5, 3, and then 3, 2, open. So let's try that. 3 and a 4 and a 7, 5, 3, 3, 2, open. 3, 7, 12. So that's where we're going eventually. So let's try that again. 3 and a 4 and a 7, 5, 3, 3, 2, open. 3, 7, 12. So 3 sets of the 12, and then 12, 10, 8, and then we're going to go into this barring the 5th fret thing. This is an A minor down here, where the others were E minor type things. So let's try that again. We got 3 and a 4 and a 7, 7, 5, 3, 3, 2, open, 3, 7, 12, 12, 10, 8, barring the A minor chord, 8, 7, 5, 5, 7, 8. Okay, so that's a little new part. Now our next part is going to be, think about 8, 7, and 7. And then you got to get that in a way that you can reach that 8 down here in the bottom string. So you got 7, 7, and 8, and then 8, 7, 8. Back to the 7, 7, 8. Then you're going to go all the way to this pinky on the 11. 11, 8, 7. So you got. And then we're back to these 7, open, open. Now we got a new thing here. This is a B7 chord. So we're going to go to the 202 here. We have a 1 on the bass string eventually. So that's how I like to play that one. And then bass, going back up. And then one more of these. Now the next measure is going to be 202, 303, 202. And then we have this last thing. 5, open, 5, open, 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 different string, open, 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 E minor. So that's that whole first part. Nice and slow. Bar, the 7th fret. Back to the E minor. B7. Okay, so like I said, you could use these first 3 fingers, you could use the fingers like I used, either way. Now there's another part of the song that's in E major, so we're going to make this shape here. Instead of like a 7 open open and 5 and 3, this is going to be a 4 open and 1. So think about your E major chord. It has a 1 in it there instead of an E minor having an open. So that's what we're going to use for this arpeggio kind of thing here. So 4 open and 1. 4, 2, open. So that's our first thing. And then we're going to switch over here to we're going to make 2 4s here with a little 5. So that's like a B major chord. So it's like a B sus, back to a B. And the reason we need to use those fingers is so that we can lift these out of the way and get that 2 down here eventually. So we got. So it was 5 4 4, and then 4 4 4, several times, and then 4 2 4. And then we're going to come up here. Now that's an 8 on the 3rd string, and a 7 and a 9 on the bottom. The 9 is going to go up to 11 and back. And then we're going to get into a chord that's all 9s here. We're going to have a little 7 on the bottom. It's like an E major chord. So we had those 9s down to the 7, and then 7, 9, 11. Then we're going to come up here to this chord, 12 on the bottom with 2 9s here. To the 11. To the 10, little chromatic thing. So then we're going to get into one that is 6, 5, and 9. 9 to 7 to 5. And then we're back to that original 401 thing. Then we're going to have this chord that's 2, 4, and 4. Little pinky going up to the 5. And then barring out to go down to the 2. And then the ending. But this ending has to have that major 3rd to the E major chord. So let's look at this whole major thing again. 3 and a 4 and a. And then we got this one. And then you would go back and do the minor one again. And if you can give a little vibrato to some of these notes, that helps a lot. It makes it sound more authentic, kind of classical, you know. B7. Okay, so a little tricky, but not too crazy. So we got open and 1 on the bottom 2 strings. And we're going to alternate those 2-note chords with the open G string twice. And then we're going to come into the 3 and 1 on the bottom 2, to the G again, and then 5 and 3. Okay, so that's our first 4 kind of beats there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to do it in reverse. 5 and 3, 3 and 1, 1 and open. Now we're going to add a new one, 4 and 3 on the 3rd and 2nd strings. And we're going to go to the open G again. So all these play off like. Okay, so real slow, we got 3 and 4 and. Okay, and that was the 4 and 3 to the open G. Now we're gonna have a 2 on the big string. This is like a C chord shape. We're gonna have the 2 and the 1 at the same time to the open G. 2 times, and then the 4 and 3 to the open again. And then we're going to the little open and 1 to the G. So this new measure is. And then we're going to hit the open and 1 and hold it. So that was open and 1, and then 3 on the 2nd, to open, open 3 on the top 3 strings there. And then we're back into the original riff. And then we come back to the 201. 4 and 3 to open, so. Now here we're going to hit a 3-string chord, open, 1, and open on those bottom 3, part of a C. So that was. Now we have this G shape, 5, 4, 3. Top 3 strings there. And that was 1 on the 2nd string to 201. Now we're going to go open, open 3 twice. And then that open 1, open to the 2 open 1. So we got open, open 3. Now this is an interesting one. We have the 1 and the open, but we're going to go to that little 1, and then we're going to go 3rd and 1st strings open. So to the 201 and then 003 again. Same stuff there again, but this time 2, 1, 3. It's an E7 chord. So these 2 parts were. And then the top of an A minor, 2, 2, 1. And a 2 and 3 from a D to the 2 big strings open. So that last one was. And then we're back to our beginning. And then 201. Hit that chord again, and then 4 and 3. 1 to 201. Okay, so one more time through, we got. Okay, Ode to Joy, Beethoven. Got a tab with this. Check that out. Okay, so that's our first part. So we're gonna have open, 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 and then 3 open, open twice. That's our first measure. So these are like triplets, and we have 3 sets of them, 3 beats. So 1 and 2 and 3 and now we're gonna come to this chord, 2, 1, and 3. We're gonna have a pinky on the 3 here. So that was 3, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. And then this is probably the hardest part, is to get this 5, 4, 2. And then be able to get this 3, 4, 2 to the 2, 4, 2. So it requires a bar there at the end. So 5, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 4, 2. And then we're up to sevens. 3 times. And we got open, 3, 3. We'll go back to that 3, 1, 2. And then we have that same 5, 4, 2 thing. Open on the bottom, and then 3 strings open. We're going to do all that again, so I'll play it here. Okay, and you see why when you have that 3, 2, 1, you want to start with your pinky. So you got that other finger ready to get that kind of D7 thing. Okay, so part 2 of this is going to go open, 3, 7, and then we're going to switch here to 7, 5, 5. 5, 5, 5, 8, 5, 5. So that goes. Now we're going to come here to 2, 1, 2. 3, 1, 2, 5, 3, 5. So that new one is. And then 5, open, open. 3, 7. And then open to 3, 3 again. And then back to this. And then the 5, 4, 2. Little open. And then we'll do harmonics on the 12th fret of the bottom 3 strings. Okay, so if we do all that new part again, we got. Okay, that's our first part. So we have 2, 2 open on the bottom 3. And then we're going 2 on the G. O, 2, 3 on the B string. 2 and open on the bottom there. 2, 2 on the G. So we had 2, 2 open. 2, O, 2, 3. 2 and open to 2, 2. And then part of a D chord, 2, 3, 2. And then we're going to go 3 on the second. O, 2, 4 here. And then 2 and 5 at the same time. 2, 2. So all that was. Okay, then we'll hit the 2 and a 3 from a D. And then little one open. 3, 2, O in the B. 2 and 2 there. 3, 2 open on the B to 2 on the G. So this new part is. And then we're going to go 2, 1, O in the top 3 strings. And then 2, O on the B, 2, 1 on the G, 2 and 2 on the top 2. So once again. Okay, and you do that twice in a row. Now we'll move on to the next part. We're going to have 2 and 2 here, kind of like an A chord. We're going to hit the big string and the second string at the same time. And then we have 2 on the G, open 2 on the second string, back to that 2. So it's 2, 1 open from an E chord. O, 2, 4 open on the small string there, and then 2 and 5 here. 2, 4, 5, 2. So we got. Now we're going to go 4 and 4, big string and second string. 2, 4, 4 on the G. Got a little run right here. 4 on the G, 2, 4, O, 2, 4. So. And then we go 5s, 5 and 4, 4 and 2, and then a D shape here, 4, 5, 4. 4. So let me play this whole thing for you guys. Ends with the E chord, 2 1 0 0. Then our last part's going to go 2 2 open again on the bottom 3. 2 1 2 in the G, the D shape. 2 1 2, and then little opens. 2 and 3, 2s. So that was second string, and then 2 1 2 in the G, 2 1 open, and then we have 2 4 in the big one, 1 2 open 2. So this is going to go. And then our new part, 2 and 3, 2 and 2, fourth and second strings, 2 1 open, 2 to open here, second string to first, big 2s, 2 1, back to 2s. Okay, so this whole part is. All right, Malagueña. This one has tons of great techniques to work on and tons of things to practice. So let's take a look at the first thing. We're going to make an E chord, and we're just going to alternate between the biggest string and the little string, and then the next string and that little string. So we go 4 to 1, 3 to 1, 2 to 1 with that E chord, 2 1 open open down there. So we're going to do that twice. And this is in kind of a 3 bass time. This is like a 6/8. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and, see what I mean? Okay, so I'm going to give you a 3 count. We'll say 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's try that again a little slower. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and you could get into a little loop on that and just keep practicing that. Let's do that a little bit. 1, 2, 3. And you might practice that with just different chords. Just has a great little technique for picking. Okay, so we'll go back to this one. We got. Now we're going to jump down to this lower 2 and 1 and open. We're going to have 2 on the G string to little open, and then 1 on the second string to that little open. And then we go to the open on that second string, back to this 2, open on the G there, to the 3 on the D string to that little open. So each time it's the little open that you're alternating with. Okay, so it's. Okay, so if we put those together, we got. Okay, and that was like 2 bars of that A minor, so now we're back to the E. Okay, now we're going to go back to this beginning of this E chord, but it's going to end up a little bit different. We're going to go. Okay, so we're going to go up from this 2 on the G string. Still the little string each time alternating. 2, 4, 5, and then second string 3, 5, 6. So some cool sounds in there, right? Okay, so we had. This is the new part. 2, 4, 5, 3, 5, 6. And then we're going to have a new part. Okay, that's our new part. So we have the big 2, and then we have the rest of that chord, the 1 open open. And then we're going to flip this around. So we're going to have 2, 4, and 3 and open. what we're going to do is we're going to go bass note to highest note to then the chord to the high note, chord, high note again. So it's, and then we're going to go to this 2-1-0 and go. So we'll do the 2, the G string to the little E, and then chord, high note, just like the other one did. So it's, and then we have a little riff. So that's 0-1-3, little open, 3 to 1. So B, C, D, E, G, F. Okay, so this whole new part is. We do it twice. Now we're going to move on. We're going to go. So we're going to have 2 on the big one, 3 on the second, open on the little one, 4 slides into 7. So it's. And then we're going to go. So we go big 2 to these 5s in the middle strings there, 3rd and 2nd strings, little 5 to 8, and each time we got to pop back to this bass note. This time we go 2 and we go. So that's like a D shape, and we're doing the 3rd and 1st strings to the 2nd, and then same thing down here, 2 frets lower. And now we're going to go 2 to little open, and then 6, 7, open, going down. Okay, so. And then we're going to have a series of like coming back to the 6. So this one we go 2 to the 6 on the second, and then we go 6, 7, 6 open, and then we go 2, middle finger 6, 7, 5, 6 open. So some great stuff going on here. So let's take a look back. Okay, that's our main part. That's going to go twice. Start again the same, but then we're going to do that 2, 4, 5, 3, 5, 6 walk up. And then we're in our new part. Okay, I'll do that real slow. Right, and that goes twice, and then we're into our latest thing. Okay, so you had that 2, 3, open, 4, 4, 7, and then we had the 2 to the middle 5s, little 5 to 8, and then we have 2, and this one we get a little bit of a pause there. This is the quarter note, so we get to go 1. Here we had that D shape, 3rd and 1st strings to 2nd, down 2 the same, and then we had the 2 to the little open, and then 6, 7, open. So 2 open, 6, 7, open, and then 2 to the 6, 6, 7, 6 open, and then 2 to the 6 with the middle finger because we have this shape, 6, 7, 5, 6 open. Then we have a new thing that's going to go. So that's big string, open, 3rd string with the 4th fret, go down to the 3 on the 2nd string, so, and then make like an A minor shape. And we have the 2, 2, 1. We're going to go the big 2 with the 1 on the 2nd to the 1 in between them. Then the last one is 3, 2, and open. We're going to hit the open down here on the 2nd string with the big 3 and go to the 2. So this whole last little part is. Okay, and then it goes back to the. We do that again, then we go. There we go. We do this whole thing again to the open, 6, 7, open. And the ending. Okay, so let's take a look at everything we have done so far. Let's do a little play along with that first thing right there, nice and slow. I'll give you a 1 and 2 and 3. So 1 and 2 and 3 and then we'll go to that A minor. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and we'll do the E again. 2, 3. Keep on going to the A minor this time. Then we start with E again. And this is the one that walks up. 2, 4, 5. Use whatever fingers you like. I kind of use these the most. 3, 5, 6. Remember, each time it's the little E string. And then we're into this new part. We got. All right, we'll do that one again. And then we have our last part we were doing. And then we had. Okay, then we're into the same type of stuff. Okay, and then you'd be back into. All right, this is Malagueña part 2. We're going to start with the E chord here, 2, 1, open, open. We're going to go. We're going to do those first 3 notes coming on down, and then we're going to go. So we're going to have the 1, open, open, kind of faster than those others. So right in a row on those, and then we're going to come back to the second string, and back to the big 2. So it's. Okay. Nice and slow for the first 3, and then the next 4 are really fast. And you end on that 2. Then we do that thing twice. But that time we only go 1, open, open, and we're done with that riff. So. So the 1, open, open, those are fast compared to the ones before them. Okay, then our next measure is we're going to wait for the 1, 1, 2, 3. So that was the little E string open. So. 1, 2, 3. So this is really in 6/8, but I'm looking at these next sections as just 3-beat pieces. So I put them in kind of like little 3/8 measures. It's going to be easier to read them and make more sense of them that way, I think. So we got. And we have 1, 2, 3, and then we get into a 3-beat thing. So we have 2, 1, and open on the next one. So the 2, 1, and open on these 3 down here hit as a chord. Then we have the little open 3 on the second string. So that's our first kind of measure where we're looking at these kind of 3s as they go 1, 2, 3 each time. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3. Next one is going to go 2, 1, 1. Sometimes people will do it like that. If you have trouble with this other one here, it's hard to get that bar and get that finger over top. So 2, 1, 1 to open on the small one to 1 over here. So these 2 pieces are like. Okay, then we're going to go to a G, open, open, and 3. Hit the 3 again, go to the 1 over here on the second string. And then we have opens on these top 3. 1 and open on the second string. So all these pieces together go. And be sure to download the free tab on this, it'll help out a lot. Now we have an F chord, 3, 2, 1. 1 open after that, so we hit that 1 twice. Now we're going to go 3, 2, 3. We're going to put the pinky on the 3rd fret of the second string. So the 1 to the open. And then 2 and 1 on the top 2. 1 to 2 on the G. E chord. So that's the first part of this thing. So it starts with 1, 2, 3, 2 beats on that little open, right? So 1, 2, 3. One, two, and so it's kind of like the 3 beat happens on the next one. So it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, little E again, and then we have 2 on the G with little 5. Hit the 5 twice, go to the 4. So, and then we're gonna have 2 on the G string, 3rd string with little 3, 3, 1 open on the little string. So this is like a. And then we're gonna have open G with little 3, 3, 3, 2, and then G again with 1 open, 3 on the 2nd, and then we have 3 up here. This F note, big 3 with little 1, 1, 1 open. Keep that 3 up there. 3, 1, 3, the 2nd string. So let's look at all these again. We got. Okay, now we're gonna go to big 2 with little opens. To the 4 right here, and then 2 in the bass, 3, 1 open on the 2nd string. So this new part is. And then we're gonna go 2 and 1 on the 3rd and 2nd strings. Hit 2 more of those 1s. And then we're gonna hit the 2 and 1 again. 1, 3, 1. And then we're gonna hit both opens. Open, open, open again on the 2. Opens again. 2 open on the G. 3 and 2 up here. Open to 1, the 2nd string. We'll go over this too. And then big 3 with this 3, 1, 3. On the 2nd string, E chord. And that'll hold 2 bars actually on that one. Okay, so this whole section here, we got. Okay, so just take your time with that. Really cool stuff. Check out the tab. Now we get back to our part A from lesson 1, which was. So we had big 1. That's an E chord, 2, 1, open, open. So we got big 1 to little 1, and then 3rd string to 1st string, 2nd string to 1st string. Okay, so we'll do that twice. And then we come down to the A minor. We got 2, 1, open. We're gonna go 2 to little open, 1 open on the 2nd, and then 2 open, 3. So if you've seen part 1 of this, you already know that part. And if you haven't seen part 1, be sure to go back and check out part 1. There will be a part 3 also, and I'll put them all together probably in a couple weeks. Put it out as one big long one. Okay, so we got. We do that twice. Okay, now we get into an interesting technique, tremolo picking. That's where we're gonna have 2 fingers down here hitting quick notes. So instead of just, we're gonna go. So what I'm doing is, I like to use the middle finger and then the first finger to double it. So big 2, 2 opens. And then the 1, 2 opens, and then the open, 2 opens. So it's. Then we're gonna come down to the A minor. So same thing, you got the 2, always 2 opens on the small one. 1, open, 2, open, 3. Okay, so the whole thing is. We do it twice. ending this time. So that was 2, open on the second, 1. So that was a reverse order. So 2, open, 1, 3, 1, 3. Okay, so the 3, 1, 3 was on the second string there. Okay, so once again, our new part. Okay, and then second ending where we go up. And then we're back to that part A of the song where we don't do the doubles. Okay, so that's a little preview of what's coming up in part 3. We're going to do a little review here. We got All right, this is part 3 of Malagueña. This one starts with the 12th fret. And we're gonna pull off to the open and hit one more open right there. Same with 4, 7. And we're gonna repeat that whole thing there. So you could just go 12, 0, 0, and pick them all. But if you can get used to the pulling it off, it makes less picking, and so you can kind of do it a little faster. And it sounds real cool as well, so. And I like to, when I do a pull off, I like to pull towards the ground, especially on the lowest string, because there's no string to get, tangled up with. But it makes it pop and sound nice and loud, so. So we do the 12 and 4 and 7 twice, and then we're gonna move into the A minor notes. We have 5, same type of thing with the pull off. 8, 7, 5, 3, 1. Okay, so we do the whole thing twice. So we go. Okay, so let's take that real slow. I'll say 1 and then we'll get going. So 1 and okay, so we'll have kind of that pace, a little bit slower maybe. 1 and again, and then the 5, 8, 7, 5, 3, 1. Okay, let's try those. The 5, 8, 7, 5, 3, 1. 1 and okay, so that whole section B. Right, and we do that twice. So that's a good one to practice. And then we have the next section. It's going to start the same, but it's going to go up this time. It's going to go 5, 7, 8, 10, 12, 13. Okay, so that new one is. Okay, Okay, so cool stuff, right? All right, so then the next section. Okay, so that one only goes once, and then we're back into our main thing. Right? From both the first lesson and the second, we do this one. Big string, little string, we got the E chord going. So each alternate note goes up a higher string there. Do that twice. Then we have the A minor one. Okay, so we have the 2, little open, 1, open, 2, open, 3. So check out if you need more time on that, check out the first 2 lessons as well. Of course, you're gonna wanna get them all. They will be packaged together here very soon in a week or so. Okay, so we got, this is part A. We do that twice. Okay, then we get into part B, which starts the same. But here it walks up. It goes 2, open, 1, 3, 5, 6. Okay, so we got, this is part B. Okay, and then we do part C, which is the, okay, then we do the part D, which was like a variation on that. The one that goes straight up the neck there. Okay, then we're back to our part A. Just one time, and then into part B, the variation. Now we're getting towards the end of the song. We have strums. So this is very flamenco kind of style. We got like 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. Okay, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. So here we introduce a new chord. 3, 2, open, open. We're also gonna have 5, 4, open, open. And this is a thing where you can get into like a, think about how I'm going. I'm kind of taking these, it's like a flamenco technique, right? Where you kind of, you scratch your nails, but you also kind of like flick through the 3 fingers or so. So I'm still doing the down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. But each one of those first ones of the down, up, down, up, down, up, I'm trying to do that flangle thing. Okay, so we go from regular E chord, 3, 2, open, open, 5, 4, open, open, back to the E. So let's check that out again. We got 2, 3, and. Our last thing is going to be 3, 1, open, open, back to the E. And if you want to see somebody who's great at that flamenco technique on baritone ukulele, check out Damon. Okay, so let's go through everything we had. Here we go. Okay, so that's our first little sections with the pull-offs. And then we have our A section. Twice. And then we have our B part. The one that walks up. Okay, then we're back to. Going up. Okay, then we have our A. once, and then we're going to do part B going up. And then we're into our chords. We have the E, and this is like kind of an F with some of the E notes, and a G with some of the E notes. So we got, remember it's 1 and 2 and 3 and twice. And on each time, the first one of those kind of 6 strums, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, each time on the 1, that's where you try to get your thing going. All right, Malagueña, third part. Hope you dug it. Peace out.